First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That'll be complete to Cook. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded just inside the 30. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chopper. Shoot.
Here's Thomas. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Let's bring it. Christian Travis. Hey, Haywood.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Ready?
Here's Brooks on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to Take over at the 34-yard line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Blue draw quarters. They go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
132 fighter.
Second and 3. Bynes, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Watch tight end's right, tight end's right. Alert, alert. 3 now.
Hey, Sam on.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Ready to go. Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the Bengals' 22-yard line.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Know your job. Slam, slam, slam. 80 weapon.
Mike 51.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Right.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
On 3rd down, it's Haynes, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go, let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Ready? 30 base.
He's sick as the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Go, go. Snap.
On third down, it's Stick. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ready up.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Topper! Get it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready, ready.
4 yards on that
60
last completion,
Pittsburgh.
so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Ready, ready.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
We got this.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Yeah, they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he could turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 oars.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Leaf River. Leaf River.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Haynes. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 42 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Pull it high.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stick. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. 2nd and 10. He's going to find Gallup here complete. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Get it.
They'll run it now out of the... They'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
X3, 218, chopper.
Mike 51.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go, fellas.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Go, go.
Mike 96, Mike 96. Drop deep, drop deep.
Bam, bam. Greystone travel. Hey, 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 hey.
I got motion, man. Me. I got this.
Sit up. Deep grip.
2nd and 11. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way. But you're right. He got out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that throw? They'll work with it from there.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The rookie first-rounder, Jonathan Abram, there to knock it away.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Undercrush. Hey, echo.
Stick looks to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
He's not going to get me. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, let's go. Call me. All day, every day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
General West.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hey, 96 is coming. We don't like 96. All day, baby, all day. Slam.
22-jet bomber. Set, go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Hey, exit. Big grip.
Looking to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, 28 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stick. Open man is Uzama. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I got you, punk.
Now they'll run on the draw. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
Now stick. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field,
the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 79 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, you know, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
53, Mike, now.
They'll throw on 2nd down his stick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
60 Mike. Cut. Watch the twist. Get it.
Stick from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take it. And, it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to him on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it third down.
Ready to break.
Mike 57, Mike 57.
6-6, pull it high.
Check the backer.
Hey, Alpha.
Here's Stick looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
You don't want none.
On first down, Haynes. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got tight left, tight left. We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Come on, 16. I'm coming, 16. You mine, baby. I'm in your hands.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Haynes. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 63 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. He'll drop to throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Michael Gallup, 31 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Joseph on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
60 Mike. You get it.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Stick back to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's go. 60, Mike, 60. Smooth. Get in the weight room. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10, the 40. He's at the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Don't throw this way.
And growing pains as an NFL QB, they're going to happen. He's played pretty well in this one. They still have the lead, but those moments, interceptions, pick 6 is occasionally going to happen.
Rookie. It happens, right? Just what you mentioned. Played pretty well in this game, and now his teammates will jump in and go, okay, we're having a good game. That's one blip. Let's go ahead and get back on track right here, right now, and we'll be okay.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
At the 25-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Quick the edge. Come.
They'll keep it on the ground. Haynes. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Haynes, and he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He gets this one to Boyd. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
3rd down, they'll throw with stick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
On the double.
He's coming. We got Mike 96. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Here we go. Watch the screen. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare.
Down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Haynes. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D.
Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Haynes. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Ready.
On 1st down, Burks. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down.
Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Burks. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mack Wilson able to get him for a loss of about 3.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hit it.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Fire.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now